All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 942. Oh my goodness, we're almost at the 1,000 mark. I don't know what I'm going to say, 1K, Studying Brew 1,000, or do I just start off at 0 or 1, or I don't know.
1A.
1A. We just put letters on it.
V.
Maybe we'll just go to maybe we'll just switch from numbers to like taco. We're like an OS, like taco 1. So everybody knows it's like 1,000 or something.
Version 2.
1K. 1K1. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out then. By the way, my name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz, but you're not here for me. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and that Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you tonight on how to pass them securities licenses. Yeah, we teach all the ones that she's licensed for, plus a couple more. And if you guys are here, you're in for a treat because tonight you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here. But tonight we are going to do some more techniques, just like we did on Tuesday and yesterday. Tonight we're going to do it again. Brandy's just going rapid fire, no nonsense, showing you exactly how she does it, what her thinking was, no explaining it. If there's a little content, so be it. But we're just going to go for it. We're going for the jugular. We're showing you how to do it. And guys, we are heading into the weekend, and a lot of people look at studying as a burden. I know there's a lot of you that are just like, they're coming fresh off of a convention floor. They saw all the the lights, the recognition, the no, not just the motivation, but also they seen where they could go, right? You see the vision, you see it in front of you. You're like, okay, I could do that, right? Oh, that person was like me and I could do that. I just need to get this or do that, right? You have a plan, a schedule, right? Or, a system that you want to plug into, anything to get you from A to B. But like these weekends get started and
distractions start distracting.
I was going to say, no, it's kind of like your new car, last weekend it was smelling good. It's got that fresh smell, that new car smell. You're excited about it. The problem is the more we have it, some of us, we lose sight of how appreciative we are, and we let things go. We're not just so, on it. You know what I mean? We're not enjoying the fresh car smell anymore. You know what I mean? We're not plugging into it like we, plugging into all the things that got us to that new car. We're not necessarily, we're getting a little too comfortable. Things are losing its luster.
Starting to eat in the car.
Not washing it like we should. Not, don't care if the kids spill milk in it, which is bad. Don't ever let your kids drink anything milky in the car. That's as bad. Just letting you guys know. Especially in the summer heat. Oh man, might as well just put a fish underneath the seat.
Don't.
Anywho, guys, you got to keep that luster. You got to keep that drive, that desire, that thing that keeps you fired up. Whatever it is that you got fired up to do this, to why you wanted to get on a studying program, why you wanted to get these licenses, you have to keep that in front of you. You have to keep it in front of you. What do you mean by in front of me? Yeah, keep it in front of you. There's so many of you let's just say this. All of you, except maybe 1% maybe on here has a smartphone.
Yeah.
There might be one or two of you that has a flip phone. You're just holding on to that Motorola flip. You love texting with the numbers. You're like, I've already, that's how I'm just going to keep it, Andy. I'm just keeping it that way. I'm not getting onto this whole touchscreen thing. Yeah. I'm onto the flip. Yeah. Nothing says sophisticated like that flip. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, even if you have the flip phone, even if you got, but most of all of you have a smartphone. Brandy did this when she was studying. Not only did she have a sticky that she wrote down why she was doing this, and her why was strong, right? It's that why that I talk about that has to make you tear up when you think about how passionate you are about why you want to do anything every day.
Yes.
And it's not just studying. Like, why do you want to get up every day and push yourself to succeed? What's your reason what's your drive to just get up in the morning and just say, you know what, I'm just going to charge the day. I'm taking the day. Charge the mountain, right? A hill, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Why am I going after it? That why. Brandy had that on a sticky written. And then below it, she would have her date for when she was going to test.
Mhm.
And then also she would have another sticky of what she needed to get done every day to achieve said goal.
Mhm.
And then this is unsophisticated here. You don't even have to be sophisticated. She put those 3 little stickies on like a mat or, you know, a table, a piece of paper, whatever she was feeling, ranged it, backed up, and took a picture of it with her phone. Portrait style, not landscape.
Portrait. Portrait.
And then guess what she did with that picture? She made it a wallpaper on her phone. So literally, it was always in front of her. Because every time we pick up our phone, what do we see? Right? We see that wallpaper. We see that thing. Guys, that was everything. And then there was also a sticky in the car. And guys, we didn't have a lot of money, and I wasn't about to work on a minivan. You know the light that comes on, the check engine light? Put a little sticky over that thing, and it said your goal, right? You know what I mean? Might as well make it. You're gonna cover it anyway, and you're not gonna fix it. Might as well just put a sticky over it that means something.
If you don't see it, it doesn't exist.
Y'all feel me, right? When you're on that budget, you're just like, I ain't got time for this. I'm just gonna put a cover over that and just hope I get to A to B every day. But that was it, guys. That's it. So this weekend, as the distractions pour in, think about that. Think about exactly what you want to get done, what thing that makes you do that, the drive, and what you need to do every day to achieve it. You should have those 3 things in front of your face every day and make it happen. Because the one thing that will stop you from getting these licenses, and if I asked all of you openly, what do you think will stop you? Most of you will go, well, not understanding the content, not getting through the material, not scoring high, I didn't schedule. Look, none of that stuff matters. The answer is the reason why most people don't succeed at getting these licenses has none to do with that. It's consistency. Followed by this little troll that lives in your head that keeps you negative. Negative mindset troll that lives in your brain. You got to fill out eviction form and get that little troll out of your head and put a positive one in there, a positive little elf, if you will. Positive mental attitude needs to live inside your head. And I wish that little elf would come out and smack some people when they start talking negatively outside. I'll never get options. Whack. Just a little elf just slaps you in the head. Seriously. Y'all need it sometimes. Positive mental attitude. Your actions and your attitude. That's the keys to getting it done. So if you want to know how to get this done, I know there's a lot of people out there that teach this stuff. I know there's a lot of study preps out there that go into it and they're like, you know, this or that or whatever it is. Look, I'll keep it super simple. It's your attitude and your actions. That's it. That's the keys to getting this done. So if you want to know how to get this thing done, your attitude and your actions, being consistent with it every day, every hour, all the time. That's how you get this thing done. The other thing that needs to be how you get this thing done is simply scanning the QR code when it goes up on the screen. If you're hitting the links in the chat, guys, get into the 21-day plan. Get into our live sessions. We're doing exam mastery all week long. Tomorrow, we've got the SIE specifically for all you folks, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check your local listings for your time. That reminder went out already. And then we have all exam mastery right after that for any exam. So if you are like Sylvia, who's on here from Oregon, good to have her. Series 26 tomorrow, 11 a.m. Why? Because she's studying the Series 26, all exams. I said that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle studying the 6.
Yeah.
She can be in that.
I'll see you there.
Right?
Mhm.
We got people who are studying the SIE.
Yeah.
Like my man Tim.
Mhm.
He'll be in the SIE and he'll be in all exams because
Yep.
he's smart. He doubles down.
That's right.
And if you're a member, you got the code for both. So even if you're Sylvia and you're like, you know what? I want to go to both.
Yep.
Guess what? You can go to both. You can do both. Even though it's the SIE before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go to both because you know why?
Why?
On the SIE, it is the most universal exam there is. Every exam is on that exam.
That's true.
I'm studying the Series 26. It's on the
Actually, what we're talking about in the SIE tomorrow will help your function 1 from the Series 26.
Boom. SIE people are like, well, I don't want to learn Series 26. Guess what? It's too bad. It's on the exam.
Too bad.
Tough cookie. It is on there. I was going to say something else, but
yes, you remembered.
Keep it rated G. Keeping it
G.
Yeah.
Rated.
Because I know there's some people that watch this with their kids.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, I want to say a quick shout out to a veteran out there in Texas who reached out to me today, Mr. Albert. Thank you for calling me. He's been watching the Studying Brew.
Yes.
It's good to have those conversations.
Yep.
Guys, speaking of conversation, you want to have more information like my friend out there, Albert, who's a veteran, 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text. As they say, we can talk and kick around the can, talk about it a little bit, what you want to do. But we talk about those study plans that we have for the 21-day plan for the SIE, the 6, and the 63. We got the Kona Academy starting next month, right around the corner. We got study guides. We got the SIE, the 6, and the 63 available. We got something for the 26.
Yes.
We got a little something for the 65 coming up. Yeah. We got the Kona community, the Discord. Guys, get on that. Albert was asking me about that Discord. He's all, what's that all about? I was like, it is simply our community of studiers where they talk, they study, they meet, they ask questions, they get answers, they get resources. It all happens for them over there.
It's amazing.
We also got an Instagram with the Kona Hall of Fame all over it. Check it out. We got the Telegram. And that's what we got going on.
Yep. And then you already talked about this.
Yes. So we already got the Academy starting off tomorrow, and then we got all exams right after it. So the reminder already went out with a lovely message from Brandy explaining what's going on, a little positive mental attitude as well. So if you are a member or you just simply go on my Instagram, you can hear that message of Brandy talking about what's going on tomorrow with all the reminder and links. So make sure to check your local listings there. They're on the screen. They're also in the reminder. So make sure you're there at the right time.
Yes.
All right. You ready to get after this?
Let's do it.
Test taking techniques. Thursday?
I mean, yes, because I'm going to be real. Fun. It has. And I know this says the serious 6 and that this is normally 6 different exams. But honestly, the content that I pulled today, I just finished the quiz.
They're going to use the same techniques. As
I did. I finished the quiz that I started on Tuesday.
Oh.
I finished it. I pulled the next 6 questions.
Look, just so you know, and what she's talking about. So if you weren't on Tuesday, she pulled 6 questions consecutively. Like she didn't skip any. It was literally 1 through 6. Put them on the screen. Just answered it. Done.
Yeah.
Wednesday took 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. The
next set of numbers. Right. I think you did 7 questions. Yeah, you did 7 questions last night. Threw them up on their screen.
Yeah.
Then she said, you know what? I'm just going to finish that quiz out. And went to the next 6.
Well, I only skipped 1 because it was a stupid question and it made no sense. I know the question. So I was like, ugh. So I just skipped it. It was a 1, 2, 3, 4 question.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's what we're doing tonight. Just so you know, so where there's no cherry picking, there's no going around, nothing. We're just going straight through it, straight at it. Techniques, maybe a little content. But if you've been watching all week, guys, we've been hitting on all cylinders, just showing you how easy this is without thinking.
Yeah.
And you can raise your scores and help yourself out by learning these things and putting them in your arsenal and just helping you get it to where you have this so you can get a pass notice. Guys, it's all about getting a pass notice.
Yep.
So tonight we got rules to test taking techniques, just like we do on Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did these questions come from. It doesn't matter. It hasn't mattered all week. It doesn't matter tonight. All it matters is how she's answering these things, how she's breaking it down like Charlie Brown, and just do that.
Just do that.
And how do I get better at that? Well, that's rule number 2. Get yourself a flash quiz. Get 10 questions, 10 minutes, just a minute of thought, as you're going to see tonight demonstrated. And just in case anybody wants to know, Brandy could do a full quiz in how long?
I've done a 75 question in 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Missed one question.
Missed one. So you too can do that. All right, let's get after it, Brandy.
All right. I have binding, non-binding, binding. Guys, that was the answer.
Yeah.
The question was indications.
Did you guys blink? Did you, when you answered this, you didn't look at the question, did you?
No.
It's pointless.
Well, I went like this. This is what I did. I literally did just like that. I went binding, non-binding, binding. It's probably non-binding. Saw indications of interest. Clicked.
Why would it be non-binding? Why did you think that?
Because if it's indications of interest, that's just non-binding. Like in general, like, hey, I'm going to be selling a product in like the next couple of months. Would you be interested when it goes on sale? Sure. Put me on the list. Cool. Awesome. Hey, my product is now available for sale. You said you'd buy one. Well, I actually don't.
Isn't that common sense, guys? Doesn't it make common sense now?
Yeah.
I have an indication of interest. If you're just window shopping, which we all do, right? A lot of us do still, right? All the time.
Yeah.
If I go into the store, just because I show an interest in whatever that's in the case, does that mean I have to buy it?
No.
Hex no. Hex no. That's a non-binding situation. I'm going to walk out the door just like I walked in.
Yeah. And what if I don't have the product? What if I decide not to sell that product anyways? It's non-binding on me either.
Nah.
Sorry, bro. I decided not to do it.
This is the window display.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay. I actually focused on this, said mortgage bonds, collateral trust, equipment trust, debentures.
Debentures, as I like to say, are unsecured teeth.
Yeah. We talk about these being teeth.
Right.
Unsecured. Sorry, I forgot to write the word.
And for some people that have no sense of humor, unsecured debt.
Yes. And then I went up here and I said unsecured. I mean, I kind of already knew that the answer was D anyways, because this was the only one that was different. Because the other thing, look, mortgage bonds, collateral trust, equipment trust.
All of that's cool.
Debentures. Oh, and our new little trick that we're recognizing is that you see how it has 3 capital A's? For some reason, a lot of our answers have 3, like if it has like an acronym or something. I know that's not okay. Look, content wise, guys, that's not an acronym. It's literally 3 capital A's. That's it, right? But we're noticing that if one answer choice has that, it's probably the answer. So it's pretty crazy how that actually works. All right, next. Oh, you guys got the answer.
That was it. That was so quick.
I know. You guys didn't even see it.
That was fast, huh?
So I will say this one took me a little bit longer.
Can you go backwards?
No, because I forgot to cross everything out.
Oh.
So, but I will say this is what kind of like I went like this, right? I looked at it and I saw listed, physical location, auction, and negotiated prices, right? And I was like, okay, like this is an exchange, right? Because the New York Stock Exchange. Makes sense?
Yeah.
We always relate listed with exchanges. And then I went back and forth between auction and negotiated, right? And I'm like, okay, if this question is talking about an exchange, I think that's the auction. Because you guys ever seen like, the only thing that I can think of right now is Ferris Bueller, where they're overlooking the Chicago Exchange, and they're like making the letter.
Yeah, have you guys ever seen like those Wall Street movies or any of those things where they show like how Wall Street works in some weird way? They show those guys on the floor and they're making those hand signals and those face gestures.
Right.
And you're like, you don't know what that is, but that's what that is.
Right. Now, when I think about negotiated pricing, I always think of somebody going into like one of those side rooms and then they're like negotiating out the price. Like, you know, they're in
like
business.
When you do a car.
Yeah. Or they're writing down the number and then
they slide it over.
And then they're sliding it. And then that person looks at it and they go, here's my number. And they cross it off and they write their number and they slide it over.
Yeah.
So then when I got to not an exchange, that's why I came up with negotiated pricing.
Yeah. Because even an auction needs a physical location to happen.
Right. Yeah.
Especially if you're trading cattle.
Exactly.
I don't know why Jamie's thinking of cattle. Is she who lives in the valley? In a meadow. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So when I see these ones, I go, okay, like technique wise, my brain immediately does this, right? Wow. That's a wrong seesaw. But I immediately do this, right? My brain does that, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm looking, okay, whatever. And then I looked at the question and I saw that number, and that number. And I saw that number, and that number. And honestly, that was the answer.
That's it.
That's it. Like I didn't want to think. I'm tired.
How many of you don't want to think?
I'm tired. Just
Adulting's tough.
right? Okay. And then
we can get away with not thinking it'd be better.
Right? Okay. And then I got a grandparent working as a private investigator, working as a salesperson, or working as a salesperson. So I'm gonna focus on those two.
Yeah, they're related.
Right. And I'm not gonna be like some of you are going, well, A is different because it says a grandparent and B, C, and D say working. Yes, but what's more similar? C and D, because we're both talking about salespersons, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now so I decided just to focus on those two statements. And C said a supplier for issuing corporation. And this one says works for the underwriter. Okay. Underwriters offers, right? Like you're helping the firm do their securities offers, right? Okay. So boom. And it says new issue and restricted. How about the person who's actually working on the underwriting themselves?
Yeah.
And who cares if you're a supplier to the issuing corporation?
I don't know why, but I always think underwriting is like someone who's writing up that new issue.
Yeah. That's literally it. It's distribution and marketing for a new issue.
Look, just keywords. We talk about keywords all the time. New issue, I associate it with writing up a new issue.
Right.
That's how I keep it straight in my head. You can borrow it, you can use it. But if more importantly, just like Biggie said, if you didn't know, now you know.
That's right.
Don't know, now you know.
Right. Okay. We're going to slow down this one for a second.
All right.
Okay. Because this was the last question I saw. And I went, okay, Securities Act 33 regulates secondary markets. Tombstone ad. Okay. We're probably talking about offers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like offerings, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got bankruptcy. Wait, that has nothing to do with offers. And then I get to the bottom and it's talking about strong dollars and like basically like importing. And I'm like, those are three, or if technically four totally weird,
unrelated things.
And I'm like, what the heck? I'm looking at this going, I can't find a connection. Like what the heck is going on? So this one I had to look at the question, okay? Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, I don't even know. And it basically says this: which of the following statement is true regarding whether either US laws or international factors? What are you doing?
International economic factors?
Combining multiple topics in one question. So then I went like this. Okay, this is like, you guys remember in grade school? Because I got the time right. So you guys remember in grade school when you got a sheet of paper and the teacher said true or false?
Yes.
Right? True or false, right? And so you basically have these statements you have to go true. So I go, Securities Act, secondary, no, because remember this is the first number. So this is not true. Tombstone may be used in lieu of a prospectus. No, that's not true. File for bankruptcy, they get preferred is before all others. That's not true because debt comes first. So then I go, okay, well, this has to be true because the other three aren't. So I go, okay, when my dollar is strong, right? Foreign currency buys fewer goods. Yeah, because the US is expensive. Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to buy less. I mean, so
they can't buy less. They
are going to buy less.
Yes.
Right? So then that was the answer.
Their money is not as strong.
Yeah. And if you're wondering, that is a number one with arms. And those are the muscles because they're strong.
Because it eats its spinach?
Yes, it is Popeye.
Yes. But I think everybody's got shell shock still from Cap.
I hesitate sometimes drawing in front of y'all.
I'm just saying. All right, everybody. That was it.
That's it.
That's it. Brandy style. That's it. Guys, you can do this. You really can. If you allow yourself to do it. You allow yourself to do it.
Let it go.
Do it. And there's a few of them that don't really need a lot of content. Like it just like simple.
It's very simple.
Common knowledge that you use every day.
Surface level, man. Snorkel. Don't deep sea dive.
Yeah, you're not strapping weights on your feet and seeing what's on the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys are just putting on a snorkel, just floating around the culp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you guys were wondering, snorkeling is one of the tubes that sticking out of the water.
Who doesn't know that?
I don't know sometimes.
All right, everybody. That was it. Get through the weekend. Put those 3 things that I said to focus on your phone. Make it a wallpaper. Those are the keys to getting it done and staying on track. So you keep that luster, that drive for what you guys want to do with those goals. And remember, there's always going to be a lot of failure before you get a positive, before you get a win. There's just always is. You're going to fail some quizzes. You're going to fail some of these study sessions. It doesn't matter. That's how you learn.
Be like Taylor, shake it off.
That's how you learn. If you can't get to the other side without some failure. That's all there is to it. Right. So don't take it personal. Don't get caught up in having your confidence beat up. Just keep that positive mental attitude. Don't let a negative troll live in your head. You know what I mean?
No negative trolls.
No negative trolls. All right, everybody. That's it. We'll be back for the Studying Brew next Monday. We've got the live sessions for tomorrow. We got those happening tomorrow. We got the exam mastery for the SIE. We got the exam mastery for all exams. Guys, it's going to be test prep, exam mastery palooza tomorrow and all the sessions for the members. So be there. You don't want to miss out. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friends' face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Practice these techniques in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.